Hi, I'm John Campbell. I have been coming to Faith Church for about 15 years, almost my whole life. I currently serve on the worship team and work with the youth ministry. Things that I have hope in. It's very simple. It's a very simple answer, and it's my salvation and God's goodness. There have been so many times I've been caught in a dark place, or a time where I feel like things aren't going to be provided, or there's no light at the end of the tunnel, as sometimes we say. But every time, God's come through in some amazing way. When we were not guaranteed to have our house anymore, through some just legal mishaps a bank made, we had an eviction notice, and a sheriff came to our door one day with, you've got so-and-so long amount of time to leave. And that was a very dark time. That's the house I grew up in. Where's my mom supposed to go? Where's my family supposed to go? But God came through in that, almost seemed like we had no time left, and provided a way for us to stay in the home, us to actually improve our home and not actually have to worry about home ownership ever again. And it's said in the scripture multiple times, but when you actually get to experience that light coming through that darkness, it almost charges you up to say, this situation was so bad, but God didn't abandon me, even though sometimes we like to trick it in our head that He does. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who dwelt in a land of deep darkness, on them has a light shined. You've multiplied the nation, you've increased its joy. They rejoice before you as with joy at the harvest, as they are glad when they divide the spoil. For the yoke of his burden and the staff of his shoulder, the rod of his oppressor, you have broken, as on the day of Midian. For every boot of the trampling warrior in battle tumult, and every garment rolled in blood will be burned as fuel for the fire. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and of peace there will be no end, on the throne of David and over his kingdom, to establish it and to uphold it with justice and righteousness, from this time forth and forevermore. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will do this. A light coming and shining in darkness means to me is a sense of hope. You see it in so much imagery and movies, and times when you're in dark places and someone flips a switch, or someone just comes in with their light from their phone and it lights up a whole room. You can see so much more. So moving forward, I don't fear the future as much as I would have being younger. I feel a sense of God's gonna put me in the places I need to be. He's gonna give me the opportunities that I need to live my life for Him. Do I know what that looks like? I don't. But it's not as scary as it once seemed.